Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are right on time for Gallery Watch on E-Magazine today. Now, setting a New Year resolution is fun, but keeping them is hard. I have seen countless of people succeed at losing weight, getting out of debt, improving their health, and increasing their grades. I have also witnessed many people give up on their goals. In fact, a study conducted by researchers at the University of Creighton found that 23% of people quit working on their resolution just 2 weeks into the new year, and only 90% of resolution setters stuck to their goals over the long haul. Now today we have Fatma Mohammed from Wellness KE, a platform that provides valuable information to help achieve wellness of the mind, body and soul. She is going to take us through some of the steps you can follow to ensure you're on track with your New Year's resolution. Thank you so much for joining us again, Fatma.
Thank you so much, Brenda. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm
Let me
so
say
happy.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too. For our, our daily viewers, Fatma is not new on our show. She's actually been here before, and I'm super excited to have her back.
Thank
so
you.
Fatma, I want to jump into our conversation. I just want to begin by really understanding how one makes a New Year resolution and what's the process behind it.
Okay, well, let's just start from the fact that all of us as human beings, we always wanted to be better.
Yes.
So whoever you are, whatever your different walks of life, people always want to do better. So whenever we are nearing the new year, we always want to make these resolutions, and we have plans and goals, and it could be as little as maybe deciding to drink more water.
Yes.
Or it could be you want to be financially stable and you want to just invest more. So whatever it is, you make the decision to either start something new, or to go after a certain goal, or maybe you want to kick a bad habit. Okay, that's also a resolution. Some people maybe are smoking, they'd like to quit. Some people want to try, like some of the most famous resolutions are like Veganuary, where you can try being a vegan for January, and then when it comes to February and the rest of the months, you go back to eating what you're eating. Or Dry January, where you're not going to be drinking any alcohol. So these are some of the reasons why, these are some of the examples of people just trying New Year's resolutions. And how you can really go about it is to just be completely honest with yourself and tell yourself what area in your life do you want to improve. And then you just, once you've had that conversation with yourself and you've been completely honest, you now start working towards achieving that goal. And I really want for us to get into that, because I have the perfect plan for your viewers.
I'm super excited for that breakdown you have for us. Why do you think it's important to, set your goals written down, have them set, and what are some of the benefits that come along when you practice this exercise of setting your goals down?
Well, because the first thing is, as human beings, we tend to forget, okay? So here's one rule, like whenever you've decided to do something, you're super excited about what you've decided to do. But in this day and age of social media, you're probably going to post it, or you're going to tell people, and you put it on your WhatsApp status or on your Instagram, whatever. And research has confirmed that the moment you do this, you actually lose the excitement. So the moment you've told people about it, you're not as excited. So chances are you might not see yourself through this particular goal, okay? So the first thing to do is to make sure that you keep it to yourself and you be completely honest and say, if you really want to try, maybe let's say improve your physical fitness, just say to yourself that I really want this year maybe to start weight training, or I really want to take more walks, or take the stairs instead of the lift, or whatever. But then I don't have to post it so that everybody can know, because people will put unexpected pressure on me.
Very true.
And then I will have to be, at some point I'm just going to be like, I can't go through with this. And that's what ends up happening with most people.
And then when you've already put it out on social media and you actually don't follow through the goal, you have people on your case.
Oh my goodness.
It was actually just a personal goal.
Exactly.
And when it comes to actually writing down your New Year resolutions, what are some of the plans you can undertake in order to ensure you actually do these resolutions? Okay,
so let's start with the first step. The one thing that always works for me and the people who are close to me, I always say the first thing to do is to dream big. Okay, so anything that your mind can come up with, you are most definitely going to be able to achieve. So dream as big as you want. And then the second step is to now break this dream into teeny tiny goals. So this is how we're going to do it. So you start the year has 12 months. Okay, so we divide the year into 4 quarters, meaning we're going to divide January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and then October, November, and December. So to be more realistic with our goal, as we give an example of someone who wants to be healthy, for instance. So you start off with the first quarter and say, in the first quarter of the year, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just only going to eat healthy. Okay, so I'm going to have more vegetables, drink more water, you know, have more fruit, and replace the processed foods with natural organic foods. So that's your January, February, and March. You don't even introduce any fitness, anything like that. You're more realistic with that goal. When we get to the second quarter, now you can start introducing any kind of physical activity. So maybe you're going to take a walk every morning, or you're going to run every evening, or you get to skip some rope at the rooftop at your building. Whatever it is it's going to be, for 3 months, okay, you're going to follow through. And what's going to happen is you're actually going to develop a habit, because as you know, it takes about 21 to 66 days to actually form a habit and to keep it. So within these 3 months, your body has already understood that now we're eating healthy. We're not doing more processed foods. We're actually clean. And then when we get to the second quarter, you've decided you're going to have more physical activity. In the third quarter, you can decide to take care of yourself mentally. So you're taking care of yourself, making sure that you're not, you know, exposing yourself to people who are stressing you. You're taking care of yourself mentally. Maybe you're meditating, you're spiritually more awake. That's your third quarter. And in the fourth one, what you're going to do is just make sure that you take all these steps, and then you make sure that you get to reward yourself. Because rewarding yourself means if you have now achieved your desired weight gain, or weight goal rather, you can now, you know, afford a photo shoot, or buy yourself something nice, or whatever it is, any aspect of your life. If you are trying to do the same thing but financially, you know, you also break it into these 4 quarters so that you can be able to, you know, you'll be able to stick through, as opposed to feeling too much pressure of doing everything at once.
I love that breakdown. I hope you guys are taking notes, as I am already. Like, I think that just gives me a whole different perspective when it comes to my resolution. Now, once you've written down your resolutions for the new year, how can you manage to set time for them?
Okay, so what you're going to do is you have to first of all think about the fact that everyone has 24 hours in a day, okay? Even the most successful people have 24 hours in a day, but how do they make it work? The first thing is, for every one of us, we need to make sure that we have time for ourselves. So this is me just saying, I don't want to hear that there's no time for me to take care of myself, or I have kids, I'm running around. No, because Project You is a thing. You actually have to make sure that you, as Brenda, the moment you get home, what are you doing for yourself, not for anybody else, okay? If you love listening to music, if you love taking a bath and just, you know, like having your me time, that is something you have to do every single day. And I always ask people, if you had only, you know, a couple of hours to live, and then, you know, it was all over, what's the one thing you would do?
That's
and
true.
some people say, I'll probably run and, you know, like be with my family, or I'll have my favorite meal, or whatever. Whatever answer you have, that's what you should be doing every single day, because that's when you're living and not existing.
That's very true. That's very true. Now, you've written down your goals. You've set time for it. How can you ensure you're committed and ensure that you will actually do these resolutions this year?
Well, commitment comes from you actually setting reasonable goals, okay? Because sometimes we forget that it took us, like, I don't know, 5 years to get to a certain weight gain, but then we want for it to take us 2 months to lose it all. But we have to be actually very realistic about our goals, because that's the only way we're not going to put pressure on ourselves, and we're actually going to end up achieving. So how you stay committed, the first thing is to be reasonable about your goals. You'll never feel pressure when you're trying to achieve them. The second thing is, ask for assistance. If there's someone who can be able to assist you, for instance, if you decided you want to be more successful this year, so they always say, like, you will only be as successful as the 5 people you talk to the most. So if the 5 people you talk to the most are within the same, like, range of income as you, you're probably not going to be as successful. So try and make new friends, try and connect with people on social media. If there's someone you like, who you feel is doing something you like, then that's what you need to do. Connect with them and ask them, what are they doing? So asking for assistance is actually going to help you, okay? And then have someone also who's going to keep you on track. It doesn't matter. This is somebody you trust, somebody who won't be negative if you don't, you know, see yourself through, but someone who will be more like a coach, like a life coach, or someone who's like a friend to you. It could be a family member. It could be someone you've decided to reach out to professionally and tell them, I really need for you to assist me because I always feel like I procrastinate, or I never see myself through with my goals. So because of that, you have someone who is going to hold you accountable. This person is going to make sure that every time you wake up, they're going to ask you, you know, like, did you get to do that thing that you said you're going to do? And I feel like, you know, I fully believe that every person that you meet or every person that's in your life, they're there for a reason, okay? So use people as your resources. If you have people who you feel are very disciplined, for instance, use them because you feel like, you know, this is someone who's very disciplined. They can be able to see me through whatever it is that I want to do. So ask them, like, how do you get to achieve? And you know, like, hold me accountable and tell me in a nice way that I'm supposed to still get up and do my 10 sit-ups, okay?
Or your 5 sit-ups.
Or your 5 sit-ups. Let's start small.
Well, you know, I'm happy you mentioned realistic goals because I'm sure I'm not speaking for myself. There are individuals who set goals for themselves for the year, but they are hard on themselves when they don't reach those goals. And the moments you will not be able to. You understand what I mean? I wanted to know how we can tone this down for different individuals who are hard on themselves. How can they tone this down and not be really hard on themselves and still be able to continue achieving the goals they set for themselves?
Easy. Just think of yourself as a human being and realize that everyone out there, they're all human just like you. You know, like there's so many successful people out there who tell you they tried 10 things that didn't work and then the 11th thing is the one that worked. But remember, if they were too hard on themselves, they probably wouldn't be who, you know, they are. They actually kept on going because they realized, like, you're only human. Like, just keep on doing what you're doing and you're fine. Because the truth is, if you start putting too much pressure on yourself, chances are, like, that energy, people are also going to pick up on that same energy. And they're going to do the same thing that you're doing to yourself. And it's actually going to be more destructive to you, to your self-esteem, and you probably will have no zeal for life. You know, you're probably not going to want to wake up and do anything because you have put yourself under so much pressure, insane pressure for no reason. Like, nobody really needs to do that to themselves. And if there's anything we've learned from 2020, we've really learned to just take it easy.
Take it easy, one day at a time.
I know.
Now, you know, following your resolutions can be a long and tiring process. How can one person, like a person, make it fun? Instead of it being all long and tiring, you feel like, I don't want to do this. How do we make it fun?
So here's the thing. If you are trying to, you know, let's say for instance, lose weight, if you feel, if you're like me and you feel like too much cardio is just like, it's scary, I'm the same, I don't necessarily want to skip rope and do burpees. I used to, but now I've decided to make it more fun. I play music and I dance, and then when I'm done, I do some yoga and Pilates because it's easy for me. Now, I know for a fact that for us as human beings, sometimes we have this image of what we feel is all about, like working hard. But we don't necessarily want to work hard, we want to work smart. Because when you work hard at whatever it is that you're trying to do, the problem is that you're actually going to see it as work. And that's not what we want, So if you enjoy music, then that's what you should do. Like, listen to music, dance, take walks while listening to music, make it fun. If you enjoy, if you're trying to probably improve on maybe your finances, you know, reach out to people that you like, people who are in your field. Doesn't have to be people that you can reach, people who are in your field, and also people who are going to keep motivating you. But then just keep reminding yourself that you only have just one life to live, and it's not something that you should take too seriously, and you should always change in terms of your mindset. Just manifest the good things that are going to come to you, because that's the easiest way to live. I find that most people actually are really, really hard on themselves, which is really sad, because when you think about it, you've just been given this one life. It's a journey. You have to just live it and enjoy it. And
make the best out of it. Now, Fatma, because of time, we're going to have to end our conversation here. But remember, guys, I told you she has a Wellness KE platform. You can find her on social media platforms on Instagram. And she actually just launched a YouTube channel, Wellness KE. You can just find her with those details. Yeah, she gave me the word. Well, thank you so much for making time.
Thank you, Brenda.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you so much.
Now, guys, we're going to take a short commercial break, but do not go anywhere because we're coming back with the e-calendar and video of the week.